Now we see that the EU is clearly on a path to decarbonization with regulatory frameworks that drive the production of clean tech forward.
Today, if you look at global car sales, you'll see that the only segment which is progressing is electrified vehicles. If we want to remain competitive and relevant as car makers in Europe, we know where we have to go, electrification. And for that, a regulation in Europe doesn't do everything, but it's a good start. So we need that in place and we need that to stay.
The CO2 standards and the Green Deal in general are key for the battery sector, delivering on industrial growth and the EU's climate objectives.
So the European automotive industry is experiencing a tough ride at the moment, and an even bigger crisis is happening in the battery and other clean tech industries. So delaying the 2035 decision now would destroy the little investor trust we still have in Europe.
The EU's questioning of the 2035 targets and the lack of a comprehensive support scheme for battery production in Europe endangers one of the most strategic sectors of electromobility.
We call for regulatory stability because in our sector, projects have a very long life cycle. They take years to be prepared and several years to execute. So any change in the regulatory framework that impacts ongoing projects creates a risk of additional costs, additional delays, which are ultimately detrimental for everyone.
Any rollback will risk jobs, climate goals, and industrial leadership. So let's stay on track for the climate and for the future of the European battery industry.
Keeping the 2035 target and beefing it up with comprehensive industrial policy is actually what we need in Europe.
Maintaining the zero-emission trajectory and building support schemes for battery production are crucial.
We need policy predictability to ensure the continuation of a very high level of investments in the EV charging infrastructure sector.
At Electra, we're investing over €1 billion to develop a super-fast charging network for EVs. But this only works if we maintain the 2035 targets. Temporary solutions as plug-in hybrids or extended vehicles cannot help us to reach net zero.
EV100 is a network of 130 companies committed to making the entire fleet zero emission. They've already invested heavily in decarbonizing the vehicles, but to keep making progress and moving forward, they need a stable regulatory framework.
Delaying the 2035 target will only delay the rollout of infrastructure and European sovereignty.
For us, regulatory stability equals scaling up production, fostering innovation, and securing long-term investments.
Achieving zero-emission fleet is not just about protecting the environment, it's also a business opportunity.
This is why we have to make sure that our regulatory framework changes less frequently.
For companies, it's clear that what is important are clear goals and a predictable legal framework. So therefore, I would say, let's not change the course.